Hi guys, and thank you for tuning in, and once again welcome to another video of Track It YouTube channel. And before we start, we should thank you for the immense amount of response we received in the last video where we analyzed each teams, and surprisingly Sri Lanka seems to be the better team out of all the Asian counterparts. So today we are with another video of analysis, and surprisingly it's all about Sri Lanka. When we speak about Sri Lanka, you must be thinking about what we are going to do there. Now, today we are going to analyze Sri Lanka's numbers in Asia Cup versus their normal numbers. So, we are going to see how far they have grown up to become the Asia champion. Thing first, if you take the bowling department, they have done some excellent job. So what you are seeing now is the comparison of pace and spin. Now let us take the fast bowling first and look at the numbers, how much they have grown up, because normally they take 23 deliveries to take the wicket and now it's only 14 deliveries, and that's without Chamira. So, and if you just take the spin department, they have improved as well from 19 to 17. That's unbelievable, but still it's outstanding in terms of Sri Lanka. Now we are going to see their runs per wicket. That's also improved drastically. I would say, like, from 31 to 21, 10 runs difference in terms of fast bowling. That's massive. Even the spin department has improved considerably. So Sri Lankan bowlers seems to be giving very less runs, but they tend to take so many wickets. So that's the main reason, because they always say batters win you the matches, but the bowlers win you the tournament. So their bowling department seems to be working perfectly in terms of now. Since we have seen the bowling, now we see the batting, and look at that. If you are a Sri Lankan fan, definitely this graph is going to give you so much of happiness. Look at their runs. It's improved in every part of the innings, and the biggest difference comes in the mid overs. And even the starting, because Sri Lanka had a lot of starting trouble and they were trying so many openers at the beginning of these past years, and even the middle order was a crisis. I remember telling this word when we analyzed them for the World T20. Middle overs also crisis, middle order also crisis for Sri Lanka, but slowly but steadily they are overcoming that. And look at the numbers. Even the death overs, their numbers are really outstanding. It may be not drastically improved as such, because that's how the numbers works, but still in each phase Sri Lanka seems to be finding that rhythm or the touch which they need to win matches. Now we are going to see this graph in a different way, like, how many runs do they accumulate per each wicket they lose. And first, even though that's the last phase, but that catches everyone's eyes in the first. Look at the black color one. That's the death overs. Look at the difference. They almost double that. So that's where the Sunshanaka and Banu Rajapaksa are kind of like, giving the stability to Sri Lanka. And the blue color one is the power plays. Look, there is a drastic increase as well. But whereas the orange one, which is in the middle overs, seems to be like, little lesser than how it used to be. Perhaps the out of touch of Charith Asalanka and Danushka Gunatilaka also didn't click in most of the matches. So these kind of things do happen, but they catch up in the power plays and the death overs. So those two departments seems to be bailing out the middle overs, but it seems to be overall a very productive and happy graph if you are a Sri Lankan fan. This is a graph, if you are a Sri Lankan fan, you would be so much interested in looking into, because dot balls are a big problem for Sri Lanka for a long time. So many commentators, so many cricket analysts have already pointed out. But the happiness is, look at the graph which is on both sides, the extremes. The numbers seems to be coming down. That's a good thing. But the middle overs, sadly the numbers have actually increased, but if you could see, they are scoring more runs, right? So they are catching up somewhere, but still there is a problem in rotation of strike, so which needed to be addressed. Hopefully they will address. But overall, if you take the power plays and the death overs, the numbers are very happy numbers if you are a Sri Lankan fan. Now we see how often they hit a six, because T20 cricket is all about hitting sixes. Surprisingly, all phases, the numbers have reduced. So that means they're hitting more sixes. But look at the difference. The power plays, it's like 47 to 22. That's a massive turnaround, because that's where Sri Lanka lost the plot in most of the matches. But when it comes to mid overs, also 37 to 23, huge numbers. Like, the numbers have dropped drastically. But importantly, in the last slide, we saw that there is more dot balls increasing. So in the mid overs also, they are trying to score boundaries. They are going to accumulate runs mostly on aerial route, and or they wanted to hit it over the boundary. They don't want to run between the wickets and accumulate. It could be dangerous for Sri Lanka because Australian wickets are huge. So mostly the people they want players who can run in the middle. So they need to catch up with that. But look at the death overs that also have come down. So that seems Sri Lanka seems to be progressing. It's not 100% progress, but they seems to be finally finding where things are going wrong for them and trying to fix those things. So overall, all the numbers, whether it is bowling department or batting department, seems to be working very well for Sri Lanka. And perhaps Sri Lankan fans can be very satisfied and happy. Finally, they reached that level or the brand of cricket which normally the best teams in the current global level are playing. So that seems to be a very good sign for Sri Lanka. We also the turnaround of the team and the momentum, and once they pick up the momentum, what they can do. So let us all keep our fingers crossed for the World Cup. But as far as we are concerned, if they can keep up these numbers, definitely they are going to win more matches and give more moments for the fans to celebrate. So with this, we are signing off from this video. Thank you very much for watching. We are thrilled by your reception and the comments and all these things. So keep them coming, keep us encouraging. And if you think this video is worth sharing with your friends, please do share or like, comment or subscribe to the channel. We value that. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll soon catch up with another set of interesting analysis.